Customizing the Interface, also known as Advanced Analytics. After using the eWindow dataset for some time, you may decide that you want to rebuild certain tables or graphs to fit your own tastes. To begin with, let me maximize this table view. You can see here that these dimensions, if I hit plus, are ordered in a certain way. But if you decide that you want to reorder them, you can always click the drop-down next to the dimension name and use Move Left or Move Right to change the order as they appear in the table. If you want to choose a brand new dimension, you can even click Choose Another Dimension and pick from our extensive list of metadata. Hitting all of these plus signs can be a pain if you've pulled a lot of data. So a way to expand or collapse all quickly inside of the table is to hit this drop down next to the dimension name and use expand members or collapse members, which will do it all at once. Okay, minimizing the table now and moving over to the chart view. There are several advanced choices you can make on the chart view. To chart one thing at a time, you can use this measure drop down and pick what you want to chart. In this case, we picked bid volume and offer volume. You may want to chart more than one thing at a time, in which case you would use this hand next to that drop down. Let's go ahead and turn on trade as well. Okay, you can see since the axes are wildly different, that trade doesn't really show up in this case, unless I hit the color next to trade and send it to a secondary axis. Now in this case, this market really traded from 25 points to 35 points on this day. So another advanced technique you can use to change the axis settings is right-click on the axis and go to Axis Settings. In this case, I want to modify the secondary axis. Let's make that trade from just 20 points to 40 points. So that's how you would modify that axis setting. Final thing you should know as you get more advanced is how to create new objects inside of your queries. You could create completely brand new tabs by using this New Tab icon in the lower right. And it gives you several choices. The most common would be to start with a pivot table. To start creating your own views inside of a pivot table or chart, hit this right triangle to see the individual eWindow measures and dimensions. It's an entirely drag and drop interface, which means that you can drag certain pieces of information into certain spots inside of the table and begin to build out your query. You may have noticed that you can create more than one object at once inside of a tab. To do this, you hover right above an object and you get a blue line which you can click to create a new object. So we could create another pivot table if we wanted to. You can also duplicate an object by holding down the Control key, grabbing the title bar of an object, and dragging it into a new spot. So we could drag it up here, drop it, and it duplicated my table. Now keep in mind these are very advanced topics. So if you find that you think you should be able to do something you're not quite sure how exactly to do it, please use the Help tab and use this contact information at the bottom to get in touch with an analyst who is very familiar with using this tool.